Hey guys, and welcome to this first episode of me reacting to the skit videos that we do on the New Catholic Generation channel. And if you've been watching this channel but somehow have not seen the New Catholic Generation channel, please go and check that out right now. In the meantime, we are going to be reacting to the most viewed skit video so far on New Catholic Generation, and that is the Catholic Problems video. This video was uploaded on January 22nd, which was the day of the March for Life, so the very day this happened I was actually in DC with Franciscan, and that was a particularly memorable trip because that's when I got stuck on the bus with a bunch of friends in the snow, and it turned out to be quite the event. But this video actually had a different name when I first wrote the script. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I know close to after we had finished filming it, David suggested, why don't we just change the title to Catholic Problems? So we did, and it turned out to really work out for us. So yeah, I'm going to be reacting to the skit, so please be sure to go to the comment section below and let me know what video you want me to react to next. And I will count the comments and see which one we get the most responses for, and then that is the next episode I will do of reacting to these skit videos. And with that, let's get started. This scene is interesting because I spit out the food here, and I had a hard time actually doing it just because even as a child I tried not to spit out food. So when it's slopping all over and we laugh in the blooper skit, that's real. It was interesting for me to see how it is like to spit out food. This scene was really interesting. Okay, let me pause this right here. Because there's a St. Michael chaplet in there, there's a rosary, and then there are the earbuds. And I was like trying to figure out how I could tangle these together and make it look really real. And just like, I'd try like mesh them up in like a ball, like with my hands. It just wasn't working, right? So I was like, hang on a second. Let me try this and see if it works. So I separately put each of them in my pocket. I walked around for no longer than a minute. And when I pulled it out, that's what it looked like. That was completely genuine. Like, I don't know how. Like, I think we all wonder, why do the earbuds and why does everything get tangled so easily? Well, I couldn't figure it out that day. All I know is it works, and you can't really do it on purpose. So this was in my old dorm. That holy water font was something friends of mine gave, and actually when I was moving out I accidentally broke it. But I super glued it back together. This scene, also, hold on. I just realized that this scene is shot on the side of the Porciungula. Like the doors are on the side there. For some reason, every single time since I've watched it, up until like a week ago when I was rewatching this video, I thought it was the front door of the port. The port is the short term we use for calling it the Porciungula. That's the name of the chapel. And I just realized this. I mean, because there are very few scenes in this skit that I wasn't present for the shooting of, and that was one of them. So I just realized that, and I feel completely ignorant. But this scene particularly, I put this scene in here because at home, one of my family members, I don't know if they want me to reveal which of my family members, so I'm going to leave that anonymous, but they would always complain about, I went to confession and then I got on the road and I have this temper on the road. So like, yeah, I thought when I was writing this, I was just like, that could be funny, like putting it in one of the skit videos. So I did, and we got several comments saying like, oh, that is so me. And that's one of the things about these skits. Some of these, a good portion, I'd say, of the scenes we put in here are real life things that we've seen or heard of actual Catholics dealing with, and I think that's one of the reasons why people actually like it. So let's continue with that. It's so interesting because Renee, I have not heard Renee actually yell before. So having her do, I was interested when we were filming this. It's just like, I'm gonna get to see Renee actually like kind of like minorly yell at somebody. Like, what's this gonna be like? So that was super interesting to see. Yeah. This scene right here, it was this was another one of those real life situations where I've been to a ton of group rosaries just with a bunch of different people before, and a lot of times when we do intentions, so there are some people that just be like this, pray to the Lord, and then there are some others that'll just be like, I'm going to pray for this and this and this and this and this and this, Lord. And the impatience inside of you is like, yes, I will pray for that person. You would just keep going. So that's, you know, that was a real life situation where we put in there. Also kind of like with that previous scene, how like it got darker in the second half of it just because the sun ended up going behind a cloud, but it made it seem like, you know, it had been so long in the day that it took for that to be finished. This is interesting. So like I would have gotten on my knees for this. I think this is also the first time I ever played a kid in one of the skit videos. You know, let me pause this for a second. It says 21. That was the first time I ever played that kid in one of the skit videos for New Catholic Generation. And, you know, the background we have behind there, that's completely real. Yeah, that's not a green screen. We were actually out, there's a little playground outside towards the bottom of the hill in a little hidden corner by Franciscan. And we went down there to film this, and there, you know, there was all the snow on the ground, and I didn't want to get my jeans wet because yeah, I was already cold, and I had another coat to go on top of what I was wearing there just for in between shots because I'm from Florida, so I need a little bit extra. And so I really didn't want to kneel down unless it was going to be, we were sure we were going to get it in one take. And Dave was like, I don't know, I don't think I can promise that. And if you watch the blooper reel, we couldn't get it in one take, so it's a good thing. So what I ended up doing was just bending all the way down as far as I could. So, and it turned out to be kind of like a little bit more humorous because, you know, I was like, okay. And like I had to like jump, turn, and then try to stomp away. It was... that particular scene, I don't know. It makes me smile every time I think of it, just, you know, because of that. And I love how David with this scene is so, yeah, 21, 20 kids, you know. So, interesting thing about this scene right here is you see how the banana is like only like a quarter of the way peeled? Well, that's because the banana is very green. We knew we needed to film this scene, and we're like, okay, let's go over to where the coffee shop is outside of that room in the J.C. Williams Center at Franciscan. And we're like, okay, get some fruit. And normally, like the fruit there, you know, it's pretty good. But this time, the bananas, all of them were like very green. They weren't ready to eat. They're kind of like, okay, like, well, we need one, so we'll buy it. So we bought it. And actually, the first scene we filmed with that, I remember what I wanted to do was just pull it out and then peel it in the middle while I was saying, well, at least I got this. Because it would have made it seem more realistic. The problem was it was so green, it made it extremely hard to peel. So you might be able to see in that shot that there's kind of some like remains of the actual peel that are still stuck to the banana because, you know, it's still very, very green. So we basically I had to peel it after that scene didn't work out. I had to peel it as much as I could get it so that I could just pull it up and say, oh, at least I got this. So yeah, that was a fun skit. You know, it was the first skit we filmed after getting back to that semester of college. You know, we had filmed the other two that were uploaded earlier on the channel. We filmed those at the end of the fall semester. So this one was really the first one of that semester where we just went gangbusters and we're uploading 3 videos a week. How we ever did that, I have no idea. But it happened. And that skit will always hold a special place in my heart just because that was the beginning of the semester. That was the first skit we filmed that spring, which ended up being a really good semester. It was the beginning of a lot of things to come, basically. And it turned out really great with a lot of people really enjoying it and getting a lot from it. So can't be much happier with the results and how much you guys liked it. So, but anyway, like I said before, go to the comment section, let me know which one of these you want me to do next, and hopefully that'll be out relatively soon. Also, if you haven't seen yet, I did a live stream on Monday, and it turned out pretty decently, and you guys were commenting away, and I had to go, so I didn't have time to answer all the questions. So for those of you that want to bring up those questions again, I'm going to be doing the live stream again. on Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so you guys can bring your questions back. We can talk again and have a good time. All right, I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out some of the other videos on this channel. Go check out the New Catholic Generation channel. Watch it. Let me know what you think. And let's keep talking. All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take care, and Viva Cristo Rex.